Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and today I'm here to bring you guys a new Naruto manga 610 prediction. And this week's chapter of Naruto was much better than last week's chapter of Naruto. I mean, I'm not saying last week's chapter was just the worst chapter ever of Naruto. Clearly it wasn't. I mean, it had some good things about it, but I wasn't really feeling it that much due to the fact that not really progressed much in the plot. We didn't really learn anything new, which I'm not saying you have to learn a bunch of new information in every week's chapter in order for a chapter to be good. I mean, I know there's some reviewers that take that standpoint, but I'm not always like that. I don't feel like, every chapter I'm expecting to learn a bunch of new developments, but I didn't even feel as though for a battle chapter that things really seem to be going anywhere. But it seems like in this week's chapter, well, first off, my major gripe with Kakashi actually seemed like he's running on endless chakra finally was fixed, seeing as how Kurama actually went ahead and lent Kakashi some chakra. Not only that, but now it finally caught up with Kakashi. We saw Kakashi kneeling, even Obito was saying it doesn't look like you can take much more, and he's getting ready to warp him away, and then that's when Kurama actually throws Kakashi at Obito, and Obito warps him away, which I thought was pretty good in the sense that finally now Kakashi's gotten more chakra. It was funny that when I first saw that scene and that happened, I mean, obviously I knew Kakashi wasn't going to end up staying there forever. I mean, Kakashi's a major character and, that'd be a whack way for him to die. But, I mean, Kurama, seeing that whole scene between him and Naruto, I mean, I thought that was hilarious. I mean, Kurama's just all, nonchalantly well, he was in your way. And the other part of the chapter, of course, that kind of appealed to me, I probably would say, is when Kakashi and Naruto were whooping the crap out of Obito. I liked that scene, but there was probably one major problem. In fact, yeah, there was one major problem I had with it, and that was the fact that why didn't Kakashi actually kill Obito in that particular scene? Because obviously, from the other dimension, when Naruto was able to punch Obito, and we saw Obito's torso and face appear in another dimension, Kakashi easily, if he can hit Obito on the other side, he easily could have went ahead and made a lightning blade or a Raikiri and stabbed him with it and ended the fight right there. Now, I know that that's his friend or whatever, but if you've already made the resolve, okay, I have to protect Naruto, we have to do what we have to do in order to stop Obito, then I would suspect that you would end the fight right there. Or, if anything, pull out a kunai or something and damage him more rather than just, punching him. So that's the only, I mean, even though I thought it was pretty cool when they, and I found it a bit funny when they were whooping him from both sides, I thought more could have been done from that particular scene. So, I mean, not only that, but I didn't see why Kakashi didn't stay there, and rather he teleported himself back with Kamui. But at least now, Kakashi, it'll make more sense if Kakashi's using more techniques and he's using Manga. Now the fact that Kurama's rejuvenated his chakra, so I presume all his chakra reserves are built all the way back up, so he should be able to hang in there. Guy, of course, we all know he's laid out. Killer Bee, he seemed like he was about to have a moment to me in this week's chapter, which I guess you can say kind of did. He broke out of the little binding that he was in, and at the end of the chapter, he made the tail beast bomb with Naruto and fired it at the container that the Juubi was in. But I mean, I don't know, Killer Bee hasn't really been, he's been a disappointment actually through this whole fight. I mean, even though I'm enjoying this whole fight and I'm everything is getting all apocalyptic, I would have liked to see more from him. I almost feel like Killer Bee would have been more useful in this fight in his human form, which I know a lot of others out there, like you guys, I think the same thing probably, that Killer Bee probably would have been more useful using his swords because he's just been a big target for them to just take down. I mean, think about how many times Killer Bee's had to be saved or he's gotten his ass whooped in this, straight up in this whole entire fight, including the Jinchuriki, including Toby, Madara being here. I mean, honestly, he's just been tossed around. So, I guess you can say he did something in this week's chapter, finally. But, I feel like he could have done more throughout this entire fight had he had been in his human form. Or at least been in version 2 or something. Be, in a smaller form, since all they've been doing is striking him with all these other crazy moves and basically pinning him down. And it doesn't seem like he's too fast in that form either. It's not like if Naruto transformed into the Kyuubi with the fur and all that kind of stuff, he still would be helpful even if he was just a big old target. But because at least the Kyuubi can run around and it's pretty fast and has sonic roars. But it seemed almost I would say the eight-tailed ox is probably more helpful in water, because I think the last time we actually saw the ox really be badass was probably when Sasuke fought him, and he was, if we all saw, he was in water, which would make more sense. It is not just an ox but an octopus. But yeah, the end of the chapter was like extremely exciting. I mean, when I saw the Juubi pop out, I was a bit stunned because at first I was expecting the Juubi to be delayed, like for it to be something that we see a little bit later on. But I mean, I don't mind seeing it now. I'm just kind of wondering how the heck are they going to come out of this? I mean, I'm pretty sure that Obito is going to have a, is probably going to have a change in heart because that's what Kakashi, and I'm gonna say mainly Kakashi's been like talking about Obito, not telling him like, oh, why are you, like, he's basically asking him, why are you like this, why are you doing this, and obviously this is probably gonna lead to Obito deciding to do something. Not only that, but Kishimoto, I feel like, is probably already given foreshadowing when we heard Obito in the flashbacks talking about what Madara said to him, how the Sharingan works best when both eyes are working together. So obviously they're going to unlock the third technique of the Manga Kill Sharingan, or Obito's Manga Kill Sharingan. But I don't see. I mean, I'm just hoping that it doesn't take out the Juubi somewhere. Now the Juubi is OP, and some of you guys may say, "Oh no, that can't be the case." It's the Juubi. But I mean, hey, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I really don't want that to be the case. I mean, I wouldn't mind slowing them down, but I mean, who knows? I mean, Obito and Kakashi could possibly be the people to stop the Juubi. I mean, that may sound far-fetched, and you guys may think I'm just saying whatever, but, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they sent it into another dimension or something where it couldn't come back, at least not for a while, or something along those lines. In a way, I mean, that's the only way I actually could see them surviving this, is if it, like, was sent somewhere that it couldn't return, because how could Naruto... Guy, maybe if Guy opens it, even if Guy opens up the 8th gates, how can Naruto, Guy, Killer Bee, even Kakashi, even if the Konoha 11 show up to help in the entire Shinobi Alliance, I can't see them touching the Juubi or touching Madara. I mean, Madara by himself right now has been playing around with Naruto and the whole gang, and Obito has been fighting with Naruto, Kakashi, and Killer Bee, and now the Juubi's here, which is like all the tail beasts combined. Now, granted, it is in an imperfect form, but it still is the Juubi, or the Ten Tails. So I can't see how they can really hang in there, really, go toe-to-toe with it. I mean, I would expect that the Juubi is going to be just gunning to kill people. I mean, that's what I expect. I expect for it to just be, like, I mean, Madara, he's been playing with people, but Juubi, I expect to be even stronger and be just taking people out. So, I mean, honestly, they're either going to have to find a way to escape. Madara is going to seal it into his body or whatever and run away with it and maybe create infinite Tsukuyomi right then and there. Maybe they'll have to find a way to break out against you. So I have no idea what's going to happen for here on out, because this is kind of one of those things where, I mean, I really don't know how to call it. Like, because some say that Sasuke may come with Suigetsu's scroll and do something and save the day. I don't know about that, because that would be a little too quick for Sasuke to have a changed heart, and it kind of wouldn't make sense. Not only that, but then Kishimoto even said that Naruto versus Sasuke has to happen, so it kind of would make me wonder, well, what's the purpose of Naruto versus Sasuke at this point, if he's just going to help out Naruto? Unless he's doing it for another purpose, like it's kind of like a thing where he's like, well, if Madara wins, I won't be able to achieve my goal of destroying Konoha, something along those lines. But I can't see Sasuke fitting in there. I mean, it'd be a little too random for him to just make an appearance right now, especially since that didn't seem like he was where he was headed. And I don't think that Kishimoto would have had him heading in a certain direction and not have us actually see where he's going to end up at. And I definitely don't think it would be where the Juubi's at, because one thing that Orochimaru said specifically was that, I'm taking you to a place you know well. So definitely it wouldn't just be in a random forest, because that's technically actually where they're at. I mean, they're in the middle of a random forest that we don't know anything about, unless it's the I forgot what it's called, the other sage place. I know there's the Ryuchi Cave, and then there's the Mount Mayaboku, and then I think there's the Humid Bone Forest or something like that. Something along those lines. But you all probably know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm pretty sure you guys can look it up on Naruto Wiki or something and find out. But I don't see how they're going to come out on top on this. I mean, of course they have to if they're the good guys, but I definitely expect God has to use the 8th gate. I mean, this is the most crucial point for him to use the 8th gate when you have the Ten Tails out. I mean, I expect a lot from the Ten Tails in next week's chapter. I'm so hyped up for this, and it seems like a lot of other people are hyped up for this as well, which I hope you as my subscribers are also hyped up. I mean, I haven't really seen people get hyped up for Naruto, and I'd say I probably say a few months, like since the Obito thing. I haven't seen anybody really get hyped up, which is nice to see that people are getting hyped up because it's been getting kind of depressing and then like as far well not depressing but disappointing in the anime community, or I should say more or less in the Naruto fandom, that everybody's been more negative than they have been positive about what's going on in the story right now. So hopefully this whole Juubi going nuts thing will actually push some positivity, and maybe we can all get back into actually having discussions about like what's going on, other than everybody's just talking about Obito's purpose actually being about Ren. So yeah, I mean, pretty much what I think is going to happen next chapter. I mean, Juubi probably will go on a rampage unless Kishimoto decides he wants to go ahead and flash over to Sasuke, which I'm hoping isn't the case. Nor do I think at this point it's the time to go back to flashbacks with Obito. I mean, yes, I think at some point we are going to go back to flashbacks. I'm just hoping they're not while the Juubi is out. Although I kind of feel like they're probably going to have to do it while the Juubi is out, because probably the Juubi, I mean, Obito will probably die before the Juubi is gone. Or if Obito decides to have a change of heart to help them fight the Juubi, obviously then, we have to find out more about why Kakashi decided to kill Ren. And on top of that, we have to find out, of course, why, or what Obito did after the battle with the fourth Hokage, and find out when Nagato actually joined Akatsuki. Basically, everything that happened up until this point with Obito, we also have to get the rest of his backstory. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen, at least not anytime soon. I mean, obviously we're going to get it, and I kind of feel like it's misplaced, but, hopefully it doesn't happen anytime soon. I'm just hoping next week's chapter, just complete epicness, Juubi going all out, Naruto and them actually, see Naruto have to try to put in work. I mean, obviously Naruto's been putting in work, but, I want to actually just see all out epic action next week's chapter. And, hopefully the Konoha 11 show up within the next few chapters. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to go ahead and check out some other videos if you like my channel and you're interested in seeing, like, let's say, crossover battles. My crossover battles usually pertain to... I usually do it with Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, but I do try to incorporate other series in them, every now and then. I am planning on doing... a couple other crossover battles dealing with other series pretty soon. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good day.